This tutorial is about bookcreator.com, and this is a really fun way for kids to create their own online storybook. As a teacher, you can create your own library, which I have created my own library. This is my STEM library. So students can come in here and they'll have a code that I can give them to enter my classroom library, and they can work on books that they want to add to my classroom library online. So you could use this as a way to summarize a book you read. Maybe you want to summarize a chapter. Maybe you want each student to create a storybook about a lesson, and then that way each lesson has its own book. So when you get to the chapter review, you can kind of look back to the vocab, maybe some main points. You can use this as a way for kids to make a comic book. There's so many ways. So I'm going to show you just a regular book first. So I have a regular book here. If I want to add text or anything, here's my media. This plus sign is your best friend, your plus sign, and this italicized I. I can import a picture from Google or any of my files, my drive. I can embed a link or a map. I can put on the camera, and then it'll make you hit allow. Don't want to take a picture. And then you can use a pen to draw. This is your text box. So if I want this book to be called All About Me. I feel like that's what a lot of kids would put when they're doing a book about themselves. So there's my font. Now, if you see this is kind of boring, you hit this italicized I, and here's your options. I can make it bigger. I can control my fonts. I like the blocked. You can go back and control if it's centered or if you want a background color. Let's change the color. Let's make it purple. There we go. And now I can move it around. If I want to say that this is, I created this, I can add another text box and say created by Jennifer Mahan. There we go. Now I can move this to the bottom, and like I just previously did, go to your italicized I, and I can control my font again. Blocked. I can control my color. I can control everything over here. Now, to add a background, you click out so no boxes are clicked on, and then go back to your italicized I. There's tons of options here. If this is a student favorite, the comic colors, you can go down to paper, which is really great because if you want to print this out or have students like make music, or if they're actually using the writing portion, they can pick like the handwriting boxes. They can add maps and graphs in here if you want to make this math related. There's patterns and textures. I'm looking for one. There we go. This is what I want. All about me. Okay, perfect. Now, I can also add shapes. So one that I had a lot of students do, here we'll go to the next page. This arrow here takes you to your next page. So if I want to do a picture, it's pretty fun for students. Here we go. There's my picture. I can use it. Is it going to show up? There we go. Now I can go through and add shapes. A lot of students like to add these text boxes. You can control where it's at right here. So you can control your font with your italicized I again. I can change the color of the box, of the thought bubble. I can change my font so everything is unison. I was really liking that blocked. Give me that. There we go. Change the size. You can either slide it or you can use your plus and minus arrows. Now, if I want to change my background, I click out of all my boxes again, my italicized I. It will show you your recent, or you can go through and pick more. So I can go to my next page and I can add more text boxes, all different things. If I want to add a picture from Google, that's pretty simple. Let's say I want to add a picture of a penguin. Click the one you want, select it, and there's your penguin. Now, I'm going to hit this Pages button here is how you can control all of your pages. But I want to go back to my storybook, and now it shows me that that's one that I've worked on. I want to make a new book so I can show you. This is what your options are. These comic books are really cool for kids to make. Just like we did in the last one, if you want to control your background, you can do something fun like this, and then hit your plus sign. And to make it a comic, you can actually do panels. So when students are wanting to write here, they can go through and put, I had a kid doing space, so we can do alien, outer space. And now you can have backgrounds for each specific comic area and go through and then type on it. So my picture's still loading. We'll go to the next page for now. So when you get back here, this is a little different. Your thought bubbles are still here, but with comics, you have more options. You have this comic option. So you have speech bubbles, text. The text looks a little different. You can do very specific like comic style text. You can still do the backgrounds. You can add stickers to make it more comic book like. And then you can control the size of the stickers. I can go back through now and add panels. And then I can go in and add my text boxes, and I can make this because this still has your media and your regular shapes. So I can go through and customize this. Let's see if my last page finished. Yep, there we go. So now I can do this. I have outer space. I can put this if I want it over here as well. Just copy and paste them. No, it's not going to let me. That's cool. So I can add it into these boxes. So with students, I just showed them that you hit your My Books again, it'll take you back. Now, this will show you what my storybook is. It has this great feature here. Read to me, and it'll actually read your storybook to you. You can share it. In order for my book to actually show up in the classroom library, I have to hit Publish Online. I can also download this as an ebook or print it. This is a great way for students to share what they've made. You could really use this at conference time. You could use this, like I said, as a review. You could use this as like a book report students do. There's so many options. So I can continue to edit this. I can look at the pages and slide them around. And then now that you see, I have more than one book in here. But neither of these books have been published. So right now I'm the only one who can see these books, and the teacher would be able to see it as well. So if you are interested in more about Book Creator, let me know. This is a great tool that you can use in small groups. You can use it having students do it individually as a whole class. There's a lot of ways that you can start integrating Book Creator into your lessons.